yesterday, and the Oswego State men's basketball team returns to the Max Zeal tonight to keep up their masterclass of a season that they've had so far, as they are ranked 6th right now in the nation across D3 teams at a 15-1 record. Welcome back to WTOP 10. I'm Matthew Sharamita. This time around, I'm joined by Jacob Bradley. Jacob, how are you feeling tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm sure the guys down there are a little bit shell-shocked that it's not 89 in sunny Las Vegas anymore, but nonetheless, they're back up here in upstate New York, feeling the breeze. Doesn't matter, though. They're ranked 6th in the country, so it's going to be an uphill battle for Oneonta, I think, throughout this one, facing not just the best team of the SUNY, but one of the best teams in the nation. But nonetheless, this Oneonta team, they can battle. I think it's going to be a battle tonight, Matt.
I think so too, but the only thing with Oneonta is they struggle on the road. They're 2-4 so far on the road. The Lakers obviously 10-0 right now in the Max Zeal. If you're Oneonta, what is the mindset going into this huge road game against a prolific scoring team like the Oswego State Lakers?
It might be uncharacteristic or not the professional way to do it, but I think you got to throw whatever you can at the wall and see what sticks. If you got a hot hand, we got to feed the hot hand. If you're doing something well, you need to keep making sure that part of your game is being elevated, because you're playing such on paper and in the record books and in every aspect, a better team. You need to just see what you can do and what your strengths are going to be, and hope some guys have off nights. We talk about it all the time, the variety of scoring that goes into this Oswego State Lakers team, and how one day it could be Sparks on top, and we'll talk about Aki Anderson in a minute as well, and how he can be on top. You just got to hope everybody's going to be ice cold if you're coming to this one, because there's so many different weapons on this Lakers team that can come out. So long story short, I guess, for Oneonta, you just got to hope a lot of things go in your favor, and hope that you play a brand of basketball that would excel what you have played so far.
Right, you got to hope that they play an inspired brand of basketball tonight, hope that they can keep the hot hands as cold as possible here in the Max Zeal. You know, maybe they got a little cold walking in here with the snow blowing outside. I don't know. But you mentioned that this Oneonta team, they battle. They just came off a win against SUNY Potsdam. That one was kind of a blowout, but before that, a tough loss, and right before that, a double overtime win. So definitely a team that can battle. You hope they do it again tonight against a team like the Oswego State Lakers.
Absolutely. For the sake of the broadcast, we'd love to see it be a great game. But on paper, it doesn't seem like it might be off the top. But regardless, I mean, listen, look, they're out there first. They're ready to go. You never know. But, the SUNYAC matchup's a SUNYAC matchup. You know, the Lakers have, since we've been up here, absolutely dominated the SUNYAC. And you mentioned the odds aren't in the favor of Oneonta throughout this one. I don't know, Matt. Sounds like the writing's on the wall.
I don't know. We basically had a dunk contest going on before the game. It looked like the Lakers maybe taking this one a little lightly.
Yeah.
And if you're Oneonta, you don't like to see that. You want to come out with a lot of hunger tonight in this one. So we'll see what happens. I've seen crazier things happen. I've seen bigger upsets happen. So
absolutely.
We'll see how this game goes. Cartier Bowman set to take the tip with Caleb Brown.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to start Oswego basketball. Jamal Achille going to take it for Oswego State. And it's back out to Jeremiah Sparks, top of the key. He's going to come near side wing, takes the screen from Bowman, drives in, and a dunk to start the game. Jeremiah sending a message to start this one off.
Well, if that didn't wake the crowd up, I don't know what will. We're not even 20 seconds into this one, and the rim and the dust getting knocked off the rafters on the rim-shattering dunk from Jeremiah Sparks.
Only out of the ball now. Far side corner, the shot, rims out. Rebound on the floor, and some hustle there for Oneonta. It's Delano Knox bringing it in for the Red Dragons. Graham Wooden taking it out. Finds Knox on the inside. Knox using his body, right hand shot. No good, offensive rebound. This one thrown up by Caleb Brown with the left. It's a 2-2 game early on. Oneonta applying pressure for Oswego. Jeremiah Sparks will run the point. Nice move to get open from the perimeter. A little long on the three ball, though. Caleb Brown takes it in for Oneonta. Or excuse me, that was Elijah Castillo taking it inside the paint. A little loose ball foul will go the other way.
And if you're Oneonta, we talk about making sure that you're playing a brand of basketball. The fouls Cannot happen.
No, they cannot.
You cannot put this team on the free throw line, especially when you're coming in at such a disadvantage. On paper, committing fouls, especially off-ball fouls, you don't want to keep racking it up, and you don't want some of your starters getting into foul trouble for sure if you want to compete.
Absolutely not. Oswego, decent shooting team from the line as well as Jeremiah Sparks kicks out to Jamal Achille. Achille backing down on Brown. And another foul from the Red Dragons. This one on the floor. Aki Anderson set to take it out for Oswego State. Finds Sean Edwards on the inside for the basket for Oswego. And Graham Wooden taking it down for Oneonta. Kind of pokes it away. Calling the isolation. Kicks to Brown. Brown, the handoff, Castillo. Stripped away by Oswego State. Jamal Achille's got the rock. It's Anderson. Achille. Back to Anderson. Works towards the near side block. Back out to Sparks. Sparks, nice spin move. Kicks out. Edwards. 3-ball. That one's good. It's nothing but net for Sean Edwards, and the Lakers off to a hot 7-2 start in this game.
Man, what a role player Edwards really is, man. I mean, coming off the bench, just one of the top guys. Just a dude you can rely on. Here he's again.
Sean Edwards, a hot start for Oswego State. Not a guy you see in the starting lineup every night, but he's making use of his opportunity right now. Graham Wooden taking it down the court for Oneonta. Castillo. Inside, it's Caleb Brown. Backing down on Achilles, stripped away by Sparks. Sparks going coast to coast. Up with the left hand, no good. Rebounded Wooden, he's going to run it now. And he goes up with a nice reverse layup. Graham Wooden able to get it to go. The Oneonta native playing in his hometown college. 9-6 Oswego State. Oneonta trying to do something here. Jeremiah Sparks out. Edwards. Edwards another three. Oh. And it's bottom. Sean Edwards off to a red hot start for Oswego State. The bench is loving it. The crowd is loving it. And another opportunity here off the second shots opportunity for Delano Knox. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go Oswego way.
It is loud in here, Matt. I don't know about you, man.
A lot of energy on a Tuesday night. You can tell the students are excited to be back on campus watching some men's basketball.
And you could not ask for a better start if you're a fan of the Lakers. You want to talk about, forget about being a fan of the Lakers, being a fan of Sean Edwards. This man's outscoring the entire team. He's got 10 already. There's no doubt. He's going to score 100 today, it seems like. We're only 4 minutes in.
He's on track for 100. I mean, you got to love what you're seeing. If you're Jason Leone from a guy like Sean Edwards who typically comes off the bench, you really want to get the second scoring coming up. And now it's Jamal Achille hitting a three of his own. So really, the secondary shooting, a big play so far for the Lakers in this one. Oneonta just can't keep up early on in this game. 15-6 so far, 16 left to go. Knox backing down on Bowman.
Looks like we got a foul on Bowman. Something had to go the way of the Oneonta there, it seemed. I mean, everything was going went on Edwards. It looked like it was off ball. But, yeah, everything's been going the way of the Lakers. So a foul down low from Edwards at least quiets the crowd for now.
I mean, yeah, if you're Oneonta, you got to do whatever you can to stop the Oswego tempo right now and just kind of slow them down and get into your own rhythm as well.
I'll tell you what, though, that's 2 quick fouls. If you're the Lakers, you don't want to be committing fouls either. No. You don't want to give Oneonta any excuse to get back into this one.
Xavier Hill takes a deep three. Knocks the rebound. Hill inside, right hand. Good.
Yeah, I'm looking out for Xavier Hill. I mean, just looking at the court right now, not a lot of size from Oneonta, but Xavier Hill, that's a big guy. And you're going to pair him up with guys like Cartier Bowman and Elijah Hardison, because we know the Lakers have some size, so Oneonta's going to need to combat that, and I think Xavier Hill's the exactly perfect guy for that.
Yeah, standing at 6'5", 230, he's going to need to use his size to his advantage tonight, especially with a team that has size. Like, you got guys like Bowman, got guys like Achille, guys like you mentioned, Elijah Hardison, who have that size advantage for Oswego State. As Aki Anderson, nice little move to get inside, step back, bottom for Oswego State, just carrying the hot hand so far in this game. 19-10, 15:06 to go. Xavier Hill inside pass Knox. Knox gets it on the wing. A deep three ball from Graham Wooden. And it rams in. Where the heck did you shoot that one from?
Man, give him the $5,000. It was a half-court shot from there.
Jeremiah Sparks out to Achille. Achille drives far side block. We got a foul on the floor.
Yeah, it looked like it was on Brown there. He just kind of a little push-off, a little banging down low. And he's going to wind up taking a little early seat. That's his second foul on the day. Another name you don't want out. You don't want in foul trouble early. And already he's got 2, and we're not even 7 minutes into this one.
No, you got a guy like Brown who, he's one of the lead guys on this team. You don't want him out early. Cartier Bowman, nice little up and under move. No good, though. Rebounded Hill. For Oneonta's Castillo.
Oh.
Cartier Bowman steps up. A little too aggressive on the defensive end there for Oswego. The foul.
Let him play. A lot of fouls here early.
I don't know if either team's being too aggressive or if the refs are being too soft, but a lot of whistles being blown so far in this one.
Each team with 3 team fouls already. I mean, a lot of stoppages early in this one.
Tyler Hartz crosses over, far side block, up and in for Oneonta to cut this lead down to 4. Game starting to finally slow down for Oneonta. This one blocked away by P.J. Laidley. I think it's going to be a foul.
It looked like a foul. From up here, it looked like it could have gone 50-50. It looked like it maybe could have been his arm. I mean, Hartz is the guy that was out there on the block, or Lakely. So he's going to know what he hit. Refs wind up calling it a foul. Could have been a 50-50 way. Either way, Jerem's in the line.
Sparks first is good. Hardison checks in the game for Bowman. Jeremiah Sparks, probably the best free throw shooter on the team for Oswego State, shooting 84.3% from the line for Oswego State. Just well above average for the team free throw shooting. His second is no good. Rebounded Hill. It's Graham Wooden moving quickly. Out to Hill. Hill moves downhill towards far side block, and he's going to the line.
Yeah, Hardison was just kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hill's he's a bob and weave type of dude on the drive, it seems like. He's going in, he's going out, and that can you got to kind of stay back if you're Elijah Hardison. You're a bigger guy. You're going to draw more attention out there, so you know they're going to be calling the fouls on you. So if he's bobbing and weaving like that and trying to create the contact, if you're Hardison, hands up, staying strong is the best way you can get. He reaches, now he's at the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hardison, you just got to beat him on the inside, throw the hands up, and just, hope that your size works in your favor. I mean, you're a bigger guy than most at 6'8". Elijah Hardison's got nothing short of stature on him as Hill misses his second. But yeah, you just got to have that quicker first step inside the paint. You know Absolutely. That Hill's coming down. He's done it so far all game, just that aggressive cut inside on the drive. You got to step in if you're Elijah Hardison. This one's kicked out. It's stolen away by Castillo. He's going to run all the way left-handed up and under move. Caleb Cook can't get back on defense to make the stop. Oneonta 17 now in this one. Caleb Cook, the handoff to Crittenden. Top of the key to Sparks. His three ball. No good, and rebounded by Oneonta. It's Castillo again. And we got another foul on the floor on Oswego State. They are already up to 5 in this game.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much. You could see Leon probably not too satisfied with that. But I want to take you back just to play there with Laidley. On that rebound, it was in the hands of Elijah Hardison, but a great job of the wherewithal to just reach in and knock it right out of there, getting the ball back, and then, of course, drawing the foul, and now the 2 points.
I mean, yeah, if you're Oneonta and you're looking at what you're doing well so far in this game, it's the rebounds. I mean, they're out-rebounding Oswego State 10-2. 5 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. Oswego State only 2 defensive rebounds so far in this one. So if you're Oneonta, you got to keep crashing the boards and just hoping that things go well for you as you now have a 1-point game here in the Max Seal. As Elijah Hardison tries to save it from going out, but it's called the other way. PJ Laidley set to take it out. It's Graham Wooden at the point. Working towards the far side wing, guarded tightly by Crittenden. To Castillo. Castillo looking to work the floor. Gets the screen from Hill. Hill, the three. No good, a little long. Jeremiah Sparks there for the rebound. Works up to Caleb Cook. Oswego doesn't have the numbers. Caleb Cook takes it anyway with the right hand, no good. Hill now taking up for Oneonta. The crossover outside. And that was PJ Laidley's shot, no good. Elijah Hardison there. And now it's Jeremiah Sparks running the other way. Fast tempo play for Sparks. His rebound, no good. Graham Wood in there for the possession as he tries to work away. Hill now, another three ball. Another long three ball. This one rebounded again by Sparks. Sparks, far side, comes to the near side block. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll head to the charity stripe.
Yeah, and you can see the confusion there. Didn't see the contact from Laidley. Or I'm sorry, not Laidley, Castillo. But yeah, we're going to see some substitutions, it looks like. We haven't seen Oneonta really dive into that bench quite yet. Looks like we're going to see a new guy entering in here in just a second. But nonetheless, two for Jeremiah Sparks on the line.
Sparks first. It's good.
Go ahead, sorry.
Kenny Lazo and Cartier Bowman check in for Oswego State as Daniel Penabothua checks in for Oneonta.
Yeah, I was just going to say about Sparks. Entering into this one, 70 free throw attempts. He's a guy that the ball runs through. He's not scared to drive, hence why he goes to the free throw line a ton. Out of those 70 attempts, he's missed 11. To me, that's insane. It's one thing to go 6 for 10 and you're 60%, but to have 70 tries and you've only missed 11 times, that is so unbelievably huge at this level, especially if you're going to be a drive player, to be able to convert if you're put on the line.
Absolutely. I mean, he's such a fearless finisher. If you're other teams, you have to limit the aggression inside for Jeremiah Sparks. He loves to just put his head down and get inside towards the block. It's kind of the brand he plays. As Caleb Cook kicks things out to Lazo. Lazo pump fake shot from the elbow. Back to Sparks as the shot's no good. He's just a guy that's going to he's going to challenge you inside. He wants you to foul because he knows he's hitting both from the line more times than not. Oneonta now trying to recollect. Mohamed Sia brings it in, stripped away by Akile. Kenny Lazo now out Sparks. Sparks three. Long. Rebounded by Wooden. Wooden, the full court pass to Sia. And he just loses it on his way up. Kind of maybe got nervous. He heard Sparks coming. Caleb Cook now to Lazo. Corner Akile, back Lazo. Caleb Cook, pump fake, goes down. Akile. To Cook, the three. Bottom. And we know that's what Caleb Cook likes to do best, is shoot the three ball.
Yeah, and he is very good at doing that as well. This dude is almost automatic from three. I mean, we talk about on the season, 37%. That's a pretty solid stat to be sat at, especially when you're playing a lot of catch and shoot. 37% is pretty solid.
Absolutely. As Wooden responds with a three of his own for Oneonta. Oneonta keeping this one very tightly guarded after a slow start on offense. Kenny Lazo bringing it up for the Lakers. Caleb Cook crosses, goes left. Can't find anyone, ends up finding Sparks. Sparks, near side block, up and under, and he's headed to the line once again.
And you can see the frustration, and that's what a player like Sparks is going to do to you, is frustrate. Because he's going to do all these things, and you're going to think you have the answers, then he's going to bust one more thing out, and the next thing you know, he's getting a foul. And that's going to be frustrating, especially. You could already sense it from Oneonta just in general, especially just then from Hearts. But yeah, I mean, this is a dude you got to contain, and I feel like he's almost, in many ways, uncontainable because of all of his bag of tricks that he has.
Absolutely. He's just got a capacious bag of tricks here, like you said. I mean, he goes to the line, he's such a goes downhill because such a crafty finisher. You kind of just got to throw your hands up like, what did I do wrong?
Right.
When you're Tyler Hart, so you look at your bench, you look at your coach, like, I could not have done
Nobody
anything else.
Son.
Tyler Hart's taking it up now for Oneonta to Penuthaba. Now it's Sela. Working towards the paint. Back outside, Hartz. Penuthabwa. And we got a travel violation. It's going the other way. Jamal Akile set to take it out for the Lakers. Oneonta applying some pressure now. Aki Anderson running the one, off to Sparks. Cook to Akile. Bowman back to Cook. So ball movement at the perimeter for the Lakers. Here goes Sparks again, out to Cook. The pump fake, inside drive, and it's good to go off the front iron for Caleb Cook. Oneonta now, it's Sia. Morris kicks out, Sia again. Near side block, up and under, gets a nice left-handed shot. I can't believe that there was nothing called on that.
Yeah, he's going to pay for that later, my God.
Morris now taking it for Oneonta after the Lakers turnover. Sia to Penny Badola. Back out, Morris. Sia, 3-ball. No good, front iron. Bowman there for the rebound. 8:23 left to go. Oswego 28, Oneonta 24. Jeremiah Sparks drives in yet again, up with the left hand. Nothing to go for him that time. Penny Pathola gets the rebound for Oneonta. Now it's Tyler Hartz working in on Caleb Cook. Outside, Morris, 3. No good, off the backboard. Aki Anderson, 2-on-2, fast break opportunity. Pulls up from the stripe, and easy money for Aki Anderson.
Yeah, Caleb Cook got away with a travel on that play. There's no doubt about it. He did a crow hop before he started running down the court there. Usually I always say the ball doesn't lie in that type of situation, but Achille winds up knocking down the spot-up jumper. But listen, what I want to bring attention to right now is it's a little close, a little bit closer than Coach Leon maybe would have wanted at this point in the game. But I want to talk about the importance, because I saw Luke Van Slyke was about ready to enter into the game, the importance of guys like Van Slyke and Julian Crittenden and the non-guys that are starters, non-guys that are going to be your main dudes. This team, number 6 is great. SUNYAC, they've won it 2 straight years. Now you're looking to advance that. You're looking to keep growing and potentially even compete for a national title. Those players playing beyond their expectations is what will help them go far. You've got the star levels to compete at this level. You need the depth to compete at the next one. And that's what I think is going to be so important going down the stretch here in these games, is that guys like Caleb Cook, guys like Luke Van Slyke, Julian Crittenden, are going to, and Elijah Hardison, just to name a couple, are going to step up big time when you need them the most.
No, I mean, the Lakers really have 7, 8, 9 guys that they can put in their starting lineup on a night-to-night basis, and that is huge for them going down the stretch. They didn't really have that in recent years when they went to the NCAAs. They saw when they went to Vegas, they really need that secondary unit to step up. You know, you can't rely, I mean, you can rely on Sparks, but you can't rely everything on him. Like, you can't put everything on Sparks' shoulders, because better teams will adjust.
Absolutely.
Athletes will adjust. You go to a team like when they went down and faced the number 2 team in the nation, they adjusted.
Right.
When they go down and face like a Randolph-Macon, they're going to adjust. These are the top teams in the nation. They want to compete at that level. They are going to need to rely on guys like Kenny Lazo, Elijah Hardison, Caleb Cook, Luke Van Slyke, even a guy like you get Chris Toscano in the game.
Yeah.
You have to rely on those guys, and I think Jason Leone has done a great job at understanding that, especially as we get to the latter half of the season.
Absolutely. The game gets a lot harder the deeper in March you play. And the Lakers, they're not looking to have their season end in February this year.
Absolutely. And when you're, sitting at such a 15-1 record and you're running the SUNYACs, and you kind of know, like, hey, maybe we got a shot at the title this year, you don't want to risk injury either.
Absolutely
You
not.
don't want to throw Sparks out there for 40 minutes at a time and have him risk getting hurt.
Right.
So you have to get that secondary unit involved, get them the reps in for SUNYACs. He calls the travel on Caleb Cook.
That's a makeup call right there. That's a makeup call from earlier. And I think if you're Caleb Cook, you got to understand that. But no, man, I couldn't agree more. There's a lot of, despite the record and despite, the conference games going forward and how everything seems to be pretty much locked up for the Lakers until we get to the NCAAs. now this is a testament on Coach Leon and how he's going to coach this team. Do you continue to send your guys out there, get them more minutes? Are you trying to build the depth on the bench? And then deciding then at that point, who are going to be the guys, the 6, 7, 8, 9 guys that you're sending out there to play the Randolph-Macons of the world and literally the top teams in Division III?
Absolutely. Like I said, he's just done a great job at getting guys in, working everyone into this unit, and just, like you said earlier, you got to sometimes throw things at the wall, see what sticks, and Jason Leon's done a great job of that. You saw Stephen Bradley and Sean Edwards started in this game. He's not an every night starter, so you got to work guys in on like that, because it's just only going to help you moving down as Caleb Cook works inside the paint. Left-handed shot is good, swirls around and extends the lead for Oswego, 37-25 with 7 to play. Castillo brings it in for Oneonta, a quick 2 to get Oneonta back on track. Kenny Lazo now runs the point. Step back to the perimeter, Caleb Cook now. Shifty move, Crittenden goes baseline. Up and under, no good. Back in the hands of Graham Wooden for Oneonta. Little stop and start up with the left, and it's a little strong. But Hill there for the rebound and the second shot opportunity, no good. Hill gets the rebound from the floor. Oswego State cannot pick up the basketball. And we have a timeout from Cannon Conover and the Oneonta Red Dragons.
Yeah, that's a good call there. Excellent hustle from Hill, from Xavier Hill down low. Because you think about just in general what we've seen throughout, I think that might have been a foul on Xavier Hill. He was down on the ground. Somebody was on his foot when he went up for the shot. That's going to start the shot. I'm calling a foul. Either way, he didn't complain. He kept to the play. He laid down, and when the ball came to him, he took it, and he rolled it out and kept the play alive, and now they got possession because of the timeout. A very smart move from Xavier Hill, and just an all-around great play in the last 10 seconds for him.
Absolutely, very heads up. Most players, you miss your second shot, and you don't get the foul called, you get frustrated, and you kind of just lay there.
Yeah.
He didn't let up on the play, was able to dish it out, and keep the play alive for Oneonta. It just keeps up that rebounding discrepancy for them. They now have 7 offensive rebounds to Oswego State's 0, and it's what's really helping them stay alive in this game right now. 5-point deficit. The Red Dragons set to take out the ball. Caleb Brown now in the game for Oneonta. And Graham Wooden will take it out for the Red Dragons. It's Castillo. Out to Hartz. Inside Brown. Works down on Edwards. And there's the foul call.
Yeah, and we just talk about overall the score and where we're at right now, and how I always call myself out for these things. How you go into it and going, oh man, it looks like this one might not be too close. Oneonta's kept this a very, very good basketball game. And I'll tell you what, especially in the last 5 or 6 minutes, I think they've outplayed the Lakers in many different ways. There's been a lot of really careless calls or careless fouls from Oswego, and when I always say there's nothing scarier than a team that's got nothing to lose. You're looking at Oneonta. They're looking to make a bid here towards the end of the season and trying to get themselves higher and higher up the SUNY and extend their season. When you got the number 6 team in town, nobody in that locker room's going, oh, well, I guess we're just going to let this one happen today, guys. Guess we're going to lose. Nobody's going, they're saying, let's go out there and let's kick the number 6 team right in the rear end. And they're not doing it right now score-wise, but as far as play-wise, they're holding their ground with this team right now.
Absolutely, man. They're playing better than they have all season against the best team in the SUNY.
Yeah.
And I think it's to send a message to everyone else, like, hey, we're here to stick around too. We also have a shot at this title. You come down to the end of the season, this could potentially end up being a title match.
Right.
And you want to, you got to see what the Lakers got. You got to see what you got compared to the Lakers in games like this. That's why SUNY games are so important in the regular season, because you never know who you're going to face as the season winds down and you get into the SUNY championships and even the NCAAs. Luke Van Slyke's shot is swatted away. It's going the other way. Graham Wooden works all the way to the corner. Back up to Castillo, to Wooden. Finding Brown. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Wooden. As Jamal Akile there to draw the contact. Cartier Bowman checking in for the Lakers. I mean, if you're Oneonta, fouls like that can't happen when you have the momentum in your favor. I mean, it just totally slows down your play when you do stupid things like that.
No, it really does. And I think, especially like we mentioned, they're coming in, they're not looking like the favorites, right? But you still need to play the brand of calm down, relaxed, and methodical basketball, especially when you're playing a team like Oswego, because they're going to take advantage of that. They're going to take advantage of the chaoticness. Some things work, and sometimes they don't. When it comes down to fouls, some guys are amped up. You want to try to contain that.
Yeah, so far they've done a good job at keeping things contained, not really panicking, but maybe
offensive board.
Another offensive board. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done a good job containing and keeping Oswego kind of at ground level. And then playing up Kenny Lazo's 3-ball back iron. It's Sia running it up the court for Oneonta now. Sparks on defense, kicks it out. Wooden, wide open, 3-ball. No good. But it's going to stay Oneonta. Another opportunity for the Red Dragons after a missed shot.
That 3-ball could have given them the lead.
Yeah.
that would have been a little bit interesting and a little thing to note, especially when we're talking national rankings. I'm not too sure how much they pay attention to games like this, but if Lakers are trying to grow up in those 6 and maybe even crack the top 5, so far they're not looking like a top 5 team.
No. Crazy step back 3 from Xavier Hill is able to bank it in and give Oneonta the lead. The Lakers scoreless in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds in this game. Jamal Achille kicks out to Caleb Cook, works to the top of the key. Crosses over, nice spin inside, finds Sparks. Sparks shifts, steps back, works down, far side block, can't get it to go. And Xavier Hill in there for the rebound. Now it's Wooden running the break. Shot, see ya, good. And he just, right in the face of Jason Leone, and he is not happy with whatever Muhammad Sia just said to him. That is a bold statement from the Red Dragons of Oneonta.
Ooh, he's going to get teed up or something. I don't know what's going to happen. That was, listen, hey, I respect that. I like that type of energy right there. I know that might not be the popular take, but if you're feeling it, right, you're coming against the number 6 team in the nation, and you just hit a big-time 3 to go up. Granted, it's only 4, but you took the lead. Now you got a couple possession game. Now doing it to the coach is a little all right. But I don't mind it. I don't mind that type of energy. Who I don't know what he said. We'll have to maybe see if we can figure that out at some point. But I don't mind that. You're going to the timeout. You're feeling it. You're feeling good. You're in the away gym. I don't mind that type of energy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Cameron Conover, the coach of the Red Dragons, you're telling your guys, hey, these guys got a chip on their shoulder going into this one. We have nothing to lose. Play with some emotion. And working that emotion up in his guys, when they finally get a lead like this, it's okay to maybe, talk back. Maybe not directly to Jason Leone. I don't know what he said, to what extent, like how bad it was.
Yeah.
But, to play with this emotion, it's a good thing to see. These guys could have came in flat, and they definitely didn't. They came in with a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, and they knew they were playing a team like Oswego State. They said, hey, we're not going to take this tonight. We're not going to just roll over for the number 6 team in the nation. We're going to beat you guys. We're going to knock you down the rankings, and we're going to show the SUNYACs what we're all about.
Yeah, we're going to do it in your home as well. I will argue, though, for the other side, because we are supposed to be a little bit biased, or non-biased. That'll get clipped. But we're supposed to get, see from both angles. I get the frustration from Coach Leone, right? I understand it. If you're Oneonta, it's only a 4-point lead. You're playing the number 6 team in the nation. This is a good team. This is an elite team. I don't want to give them any sort of excuse or any sort of awakening point. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, if you're Jason Leone, you got to stay as level-headed as possible as well.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Either way, a bit of a little controversy in the Zeal here on a Tuesday. Doesn't get much better than that.
Caleb Brown set up for a second.
How about this lead? 6 points. Oneonta on top.
Lakers still scoreless. 1 in their last 7 shots. Caleb Brown dishes to Jeremiah Sparks. And a crucial turnover for Oswego State. They just keep compiling these mistakes up right now, and they just cannot seem to shake it.
They cannot, and this Oneonta team is fired up. They're backing them down. I'm just kind of taking an overall look. The energy still seems to be all right from the Lakers. You don't want to start seeing people drooping heads. The couple people that I'm looking for are those leaders like Spark, Anderson, Achille, and Bowman. 4 of the leaders on the floor right now. I don't want to see their energy drop, because if that starts to drop, everybody else's energy is going to start to drop. So if they keep their chins up, I think this is still going to be a game.
And we got a turnover going the other way now. That's exactly why you got to keep your chins up. It's moments like this. Now they got to take advantage of this opportunity. When you're a leader for like this team, like you said, you have to lead by example. That's what I tell my guys all the time when I coach. You lead by example. You do the right things. Everyone else will follow suit, and that's what Jeremiah Sparks, Aki Anderson, guys like that are going to have to do. And the bench seems to buy into it as well. Jeremiah Sparks now taking it up the court for Oswego. The slip screen from Anderson goes the other way to Achille. Achille cross top key, works downhill, throws a shot up with the right and gets the Oswego State back in the scoring column. Going the other way though, it's Wooden. 2:33 to go, 4-point lead for Oneonta. Graham Wooden pulling it out to the top. Working on Bowman now. Sia, step back, three-pointer. No good. I think that might have been another makeup call for earlier. That should have been out of bounds.
It seems that. 100%. And I'm looking at Leon now arguing with the referee. A lot of leeway being given his way in the last 5 minutes, because he's not a happy camper.
Xavier Hill now spin move layup with the left hand. 6-point lead for Oneonta. Aki Anderson to Achille. Cook, far side wing, drives in. Nice pass, Aki Anderson, up and under, and the bonus for Aki Anderson. And he is on fire tonight, 4-4-4 from the floor, and he's headed to the line as well.
He's got the fo-fo-fo.
Got the fo-fo-fo.
Love it. Aki Anderson, one of the hottest hands, not just on the floor tonight, but in the SUNYAC in general. We were talking about it a little bit off camera. Player of the week.
SUNYAC Player of the Week, and well-deserved. 35 points last week, followed by another 20-plus points performance. And that's huge. We mentioned the second all game. That is huge if you're Jason Leone and the Oswego State Lakers. Seeing guys like Aki Anderson step up and be able to go off for 30. And now it's going back Oswego way. But like I was saying, when you're Oswego State, you got a guy like Jeremiah Sparks, your lead scorer. It's not often you see guys go off for 30, even 20, other than Jeremiah Sparks. So to see that coming from other hands, showing there's a lot of mouth to feed on this offense, is something you got to be excited for if you're an Oswego State basketball fan. Aki Anderson now, tightly guarded by Wooden. Crossover, still working inside, backing down Wooden. The layup is good. Aki Anderson, 5-4-5 now from the floor. Getting the Lakers back in the right direction. 2-point game. It's Caleb Brown. Sia guarded by Sparks. Can't find anybody. Gets it inside to Hill. Hill backing down Bowman. Left-handed or right-handed layup, no good. But he gets his own rebound and gets that one to go. Another offensive rebound for Oneonta. They're at 11 now in this one.
Man, he does not quit. Xavier Hill does not give up on a play until it's on the other end of the floor. And even then, he's not giving up. This dude is banging down low. He's getting all the boards. He's crashed his own glass, and he's going to wind up with a pretty good stat line by when all is said and done here tonight.
I mean, first half to have 12 rebounds is kind of unbelievable. I got speechless looking at his stat. 13 rebounds, sorry. Got 13 rebounds in this first half, 11 points. He's got a double-double already in this game. We still have a whole other half to play. Oneonta's got to be loving what they're seeing from a guy like Xavier Hill right now.
Yeah, you need these players like that to step up at big games. We talked about it a little bit in the couple minutes that we were talking before tip-off, how important it is to see what's going to stick tonight. Have all these other role players step up big time. And so far, a guy like Xavier Hill has done a tremendous job of doing just that.
All right, it's kind of remarkable to be able to come out here and out-rebound a team like the Lakers 12-0 offense rebounds, 20-10 on the defensive end too, especially when they're a very good rebounding team. They got size, they got Bowman, they have Elijah Hardison. They typically rebound very well. So to be able to do that and kind of make that their Achilles heel, that's what's working for them tonight. So they got to keep riding that going into the second half. Jeremiah Sparks now, the step back, trying to diminish this lead. He cannot. Rebounded Hill. He's got 14 now. Caleb Brown to Wooden. He's just going to hold this one out till the buzzer, get the last shot up for Oneonta. But we have a foul away from the ball on Xavier Hill.
I think they teed him up.
They did. I don't know. It seemed like he was wrestling Jamal Achille down there in the paint. May have exchanged some words. He may have got a little too aggressive with the hands. That can't happen.
Yeah, especially not. I mean, if barring some sort of crazy miracle, they're going to go into the half with this lead, Oneonta, which, now you cannot. You absolutely cannot be making mistakes like that. You cannot be getting teed up. You can't be giving Lakers any sort of opportunity to get back into this game. So I know there's been a lot of hostility down low, especially in the last 10 minutes or so, but you cannot subscribe to that if you are Oneonta. You need to play your own brand of basketball. Keep pounding it, keep getting aggressive, and stay out of that type of trouble.
Absolutely, because, this could have been a huge turnaround for the Lakers. They could have diminished the lead, and they go back into the second half with some momentum going back their way. But now, Oneonta taking the ball over. Tyler Hart's the last shot. It's good.
Buzzer beater. And now,
now if you're Oneonta, you're fired up.
Yeah, got to get you fired up. You want to talk about going into a half of momentum. How about an 8-point lead?
I'd be a little nervous if I was Jason Leone. You got to get the guys. You got to get their heads back on board. They're all over the place right now. They started off red hot. Maybe started to take this game for granted a little bit too much. And Oneonta was not feeling that.
No, he can't be busting out the white shoes to be taking an L to Oneonta. That's for sure. But regardless, what a first half. I feel like a jerk for saying what I said about Oneonta at the start of this broadcast because they have outplayed, outperformed, and outshined the Lakers in the Zeal. We're not on the road. We're not in Oneonta. We're in Oswego, New York, and Oneonta has come in. They've taken this house over, and they have played a great brand of basketball, hence why they're going to the half with an 8-point lead.
Absolutely. It's just remarkable when you're a team like Oneonta, you're 2-4 on the road, facing a team that's 10-0 at home. At some point, you can't allow it anymore. You got to go into these road games with a little bit more intensity, and I think that, a young guy like Cameron Conover, he's got his guys together right now at a great time, and they're just doing all the right things in this game to keep this lead against Oswego State. The rebounds, the hustle stats, all that is what's going to add up for Oneonta in the end of the day. If they keep that up and they can keep Oswego's tempo down and they don't force anything, they kind of keep playing this brand of basketball, they'll be all right.
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. Going to be interesting, though. A lot of time. A lot of time left. A little bit of a different result than we've seen so far, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We have a whole other half to play in about 14 minutes. We'll see you on the other end. Oh, we got a little fan competition now, a little $5,000 fan competition. Maybe we'll keep the cameras rolling for this
why
one.
not? Let's keep it rolling. Let's see what's going on. So with this young man down here's got an opportunity to win $5,000. Got to need a layup, free throw,
bang,
three-pointer, and a half court.
Uh-oh. he's gotta hurry up. Oh my gosh. Another free throw. No good. Oh.
We shouldn't be laughing. That was an effort. All right, send us to break. Get us out of here.
That's going to do it for us for the first half. No $5,000 being given away tonight, but more basketball being given away for you with second half action coming right back after a quick break. We'll see you on the other side. bow tie boys are back for some back-end basketball on WTOP 10. How's that for some alliteration, Jacob?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's stewing in your mind. I question that a lot. But I liked it. But the story of this, I'm sure that the gist of that is Oneonta's up by 8.
Hey, that's a long story put short. Beginning of this broadcast, I said the Oswego State men's basketball team has been putting on a master class. I wouldn't even let them be a substitute for a class right now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Lakers.
Yeah, they've looked pretty bad. This has been a tough one for the Lakers. This Oneonta team, there's no reason why they should be down 8. We literally did the tail of the tape at the start of this show. They're not good on the road. They haven't been that good in the SUNY. Oswego beat this team by, 20 earlier on this season.
Yeah, it was 79-55 when these guys last matched up.
So there's no reason why they should be sat here down by 8. But regardless, they are. So you got to wonder what was going through the head in the last 15 minutes. How many tables were thrown? How many chairs were broken from Mr. Jason Leone in that locker room? But regardless, something needs to change fast because we talked a lot about the importance of national titles and SUNY championships. Yes, they lost to Brockport last year. You don't want to lose this year.
No.
You want the best team. There's only one team that has the chance to end undefeated. It's a team that finishes with a win. You want to be that team if you're the Lakers. Only one team gets to finish with a win at the end of the season. It's the national champions. You don't want to lose this game because that's going to dampen any chance you might have later on, especially if Oneonta might rear their head back around in about a month and a half when SUNY championships come around.
I absolutely agree with everything you've said. We also mentioned earlier, Oneonta, not a great team on the road, but they're a team that fights. And that's exactly what they've done so far tonight. They've exposed all of the Lakers' weaknesses in one half of basketball. They're crashing the boards. They're limiting shots, efficient shots in the paint, other than maybe Jeremiah Sparks. But even then, he's only thrown up 6 free throws this game. So, for Oneonta to come out and do that, it's pretty remarkable. And we're going to see if that continues in the second half of play as Graham Wooden starts things off for the Red Dragons. Now it's Elijah Castillo inside Brown. Back to Castillo. We'll give and go. It's back to Brown. And a travel, not the start you want if you're Oneonta.
Not at all. You want to limit the turnovers, limit the fouls. Those are the 2 big no-nos heading into the last 20. You don't want to be turning over anything, especially not giving the Lakers an opportunity to score off those turnovers.
And if that's the one thing the Lakers have done well this game, it's the turnover battle. The Oneonta Red Dragons, they have 11 to the Lakers 4, and they have a lot of points off turnovers. Right now, 15, almost another there from Sean Edwards, but nonetheless, it's going back the other way. Castillo to Brown, corner, Wooden, pump fake, mid-range, it's good.
Yeah, a little kiss the glass for Mr. Graham Wooden on that one. We heard it here in front of us. Don't want to leave him open. They did just that.
Sparks now working towards the far side block. Foul on the floor. Referee calls no shot.
Did he? I didn't hear him. No, I'm kidding. I heard him very loud and clear. No, foul on the floor. Again, another foul you don't want to be giving up.
Back in the hands of Sparks. They're going to let him work. Left-handed floater. No good. Xavier Hill, another rebound in this one. Graham Wooden speeding up the tempo and a blocking foul, seemingly, on the Lakers.
And that's going to go on to Key Anderson. That's his 3rd foul. All right, now you've got him, and now you've got Sean Edwards, both 3 apiece, including Bowman with 2 and Achille with 2. You got to start cleaning up. You don't want these players to be down. You're down by 10 right now. You don't want these players to be down with foul trouble as the period progresses.
No, you're the SUNY Player of the Week. You can't get in foul trouble right now. Your team needs you because you've had the hot hand recently. You got to play smarter basketball right now.
Great hustle play for Bowman there.
Aki Anderson now, far side wing. Sparks, top of the key, pumps, pulls it back, goes to the right side. Achille. Jab, Aki Anderson. And we're going to have a foul on Oneonta.
Yeah, another blocking foul. That time it's going to go on Knox. Yeah, that one was tough. That was a 50-51. I think if Oneonta's down, doesn't get called. I think Oneonta's up. They're going to start seeing calls go Oneonta's way.
Aki Anderson now, near side block, throws it up. No good. Bowman there for the offensive rebound. The Lakers pick up their first offensive rebound of the night, something you're going to want to see in the second half as they're working with an 8-point lead. Works inside, Xavier Hill backing down on Bowman. Easy right-hander floater, and it's good for Oneonta.
Man, and they have not had an answer for that man down low. Cartier Bowman, usually pretty solid. He matches in the height department. But Xavier Hill is a bigger guy. He's backing Bowman all the way down, and he finishes nice and easy there, and then he even gives him a little flex at the end.
Xavier Hill eats a lot of protein, Jacob, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Diamondized ISO 100 going down the pipes at night if you're Xavier Hill. I think if he put you and me on either side of a barbell, he's deadlifting us.
Yeah, he's a strong dude. I mean, he's Cartier Bowman, right? He's not a small guy, and he is absolutely pushing him around like he is a toy out there right now.
He's done that to everyone on the Lakers so far, and he's just using his size to his advantage. He's got 13 points leading the squad right now for Oneonta. They're going to keep dishing him the rock because they, like you said, do not have the answer. They're going right back to him inside. They got 4 men on him now. He just dishes it right off to Castillo.
What can he do? A little handoff. He's got 4 guys on him, the whole team's on him. Starts sending the bench on him, and instead he just finds this man down low in the lane. Who is this, Nikola Jokic? Give me a break.
Aki Anderson now, handoff Sparks. Deep 3 ball. No good. It's Castillo now going the other way for Oneonta. Wooden stepping back, now driving in. Right-handed floater, no good. Rebound to Kille. Kille going all the way. We got another foul called on the floor. Another one against Oneonta. Caleb Brown coming out. He picks up his 3rd. And that's P.J. Laidley coming into the game for Oneonta. Sparks up with the left. Short. But he's headed to the line.
Yeah, that was good defense right there from Knox. And I think if there was a little bit more oomph on the shot from Sparks, maybe we don't see that foul. I thought that was great defense. And even putting him Sparks on the line isn't the worst thing to do in that type of a situation. Again, I don't like maybe collecting more fouls than you need to, but regardless, not a bad move. Good defense.
Delano Knox did everything he could to contain Sparks on that one. Did a great job forcing a missed shot there. But, maybe a little contact that the referee saw that. Maybe I didn't.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I think there's nothing else you can do in that situation but put your hands up and just say, hey, I did what I could and I contained him.
Good defensive sequence.
Xavier Hill backing down again on the inside. They're putting everyone on him. You put the Avengers on this guy. He's snapping his fingers. They're going away.
Oh, my. I mean, what more are you going to throw on this dude? You're talking about the Avengers. I don't think the Avengers will be able to stop him. What else can he do? He's got the whole team on ease. It's the number 6 team in the nation. This is amazing. Wow.
Jason Leone calls the timeout after the shot from Sparks. I mean, Xavier Hill had herself a night. 15 and 15 coming from him. The Lakers, they cannot do anything right now to stop him. They're throwing 5 men in the paint, backing down everyone on him. And he's just like, okay, easy. It's too easy for me.
He looked like a boxer, right? And I'll reference this fight a lot. Deontay Wilder was heavyweight champion of the world. Nobody wanted to fight the guy. So you know what they said? You're going to get your belt stripped in a year if you don't defend it. So then what happened is they sent him this dude that was a heavyweight champ like 7 years ago, and he sat out there with Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder punished him. And there's a shot where he's up against the ropes and he looks scared. I know it was a long story. That's exactly what that looked like. He had 4 guys backstepping. What's he going to do next? And he turned around and they all collapsed and it was too late and he threw up the layup. He has got them in the palm of his hands right now.
No, he's just cruise controlling his way through this Lakers lineup right now. There's nobody on that team that's going to stop him at this moment in time. As we swing the rock over to Graham Wooden. Castillo now goes the other way, up with the right, swatted away by Hardison. And now finally rebounded by Jeremiah Sparks. Aki Anderson has the wide open opportunity to get the layup on the other end.
What a lead pass from Jeremiah Sparks. You want to talk about a player that can do everything. Jeremiah Sparks is him. He just threw that pass up there blindly, knowing that Anderson's could be there. That is a level of trust in your teammate that is just so second nature to somebody the caliber of Jeremiah Sparks. He knows Anderson's going to be there. He doesn't have to look, and he did a great job right there.
I mean, Sparks, the guy, he's got like a 30-gallon bag on the back of his shoulders. His bag, it runs so deep. He does it all, like you mentioned. So
absolutely.
To have guys to supplement his ability around him is also huge for the Lakers, and that's not been the story tonight, other than maybe like a Aki Anderson, who's got 12 points right now in the game. Because when you have Sparks sitting at 10 points, that doesn't happen often. You need someone else to step up and supplement points for the Lakers. Right now they're dealing with a 6-point deficit, and their best scorer is not getting the right opportunities that he needs. So the Lakers got to figure something out, get someone else the rock here. With 14:42 left to play, Aki Anderson misses his right-handed layup. That's going to be just his third miss of the night. Leo not pleased with the call from the referee.
We're going to get a little collaboration here. There it goes.
Staying Lakers basketball.
Got the biggest favorite in the crowd over here. The referee. Everybody's going to owe him something after the game right there as he knocked that one out of bounds. I kid. No, he came in there, got the save, got the call right. Lakers got the ball.
Sparks, quick three, no good. It's Castillo. To Laidley. Back to Castillo. Hart, Castillo. And a foul on the floor from Jeremiah Sparks. Just wasn't able to beat him to the spot, Jacob.
Yes, he did. And Sparks, I think, tried to get a jump on that. Because of it, he wound up, you can't move your feet. You got to stay playing in that type of situation. Sparks was his feet. It's a call all the time.
Castillo now pump fakes the shot. Inside Wooden, quick J. No good, swirls around. Anderson finding Edwards, coast to coast. Oh! Whoa, where'd he get that from?
Sean Edwards!
Where'd Sean Edwards learn that?
We haven't seen you since 17:53 in the first. And there he is with the easy layup. Here come the Lakers now.
And Jeremiah Sparks getting an easy one to go.
We got a game.
We got a ball game, and this crowd is loving what they're seeing right now. It is electric in the Max Seal Gymnasium. Cameron Conover calling the timeout, getting his guys back together.
Yeah, proper timeout right there. They had a 10-point lead. Things have gone a little cold for Oneonta. Oneonta's playing with house money right now. Up by 2. Oswego's knocking at the back door. Are they going to let him in? That's my big question. But Oneonta, you've gotten to this point, 54 points. Things aren't starting off too hot for you in the second half of action. Now's the time to regroup, regain everything. Don't let the heat of the moment get to you. Act like you've been here before. And that's exactly what I think they're going to be doing here in this time. This is a crucial, I'd say, 3 minutes here. Once we get to 10, if they still have a little bit of a lead, now we're talking. This is going to be big here if they can keep the lead over the next 3 minutes and 43 seconds. If Oswego starts to run away with this one, it's going to be tough for them to get back into it.
I mean, absolutely. Oswego on an 8-0 run. It's very reminiscent of what we saw in the first half of this game. Right out the gates, Oswego came out run and gun, ran up the score right away. Oneonta battled back. So I think they have been here before, Jacob.
Yeah.
I think that's what Conover's talking to his guys about. Like, hey, this is how things started for us last time. Let's work back, get things back in gear, and let's go home with a road win.
You got to get the best 13-43 out of the guys right now if you're Oneonta. You've got to be playing a flawless brand of basketball because you don't want the Lakers to get back into this one. And the nice time out there from Canover to be able to stop everything in its tracks.
Absolutely. As Graham Wooden runs the 1 for Oneonta. Castillo now. Tightly guarded. Hart's back Wooden. Harts. Near side wing, Wooden 3, money.
Wow. That was huge.
That was a big shot from Wooden, put the Oneonta up 3, but there was Sean Edwards with a 3 of his own. Will not go. We got a foul, though, and it's looking like it's staying Oswego basketball.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a reach there. Hill on Hardison. Excellent substitution is Elijah Hardison in that type of situation. When you've got somebody like Xavier Hill that has been dominating, you throw some more size on him, things seem to change a little bit.
You got to imagine Elijah Hardison's going to get his reps in here with, the way that Xavier Hill has exposed the lack of size that the Lakers have. And I don't even want to say lack of size because you got guys like Bowman, you got guys like Rossbrook, and Elijah Hardison who are all staturing over 6'6".
Yeah.
But Xavier Hill just hasn't beat in the physicality department. That's where you need a guy like Hardison to run up some minutes here in the second half with 13:09 left to go. Jamal Achille is going to take his first. Misses short.
Yeah, Achille, another guy not similar to Sparks. A very good free throw shooter. He's 28 of 39. That makes him about 72% from the free throw line. He misses the first, but this is the dude you need to step up here in the free throw line, keep him in this game.
Kind of out of character there from Achille. Aki Anderson there to recollect for the group. And Achille, a very nice effort to make up for the missed free throws. Lakers down 3.
Interesting call there that might not have been a jump ball. He got stuffed on the initial way up and landed on his feet. Didn't look like the ball left his hand. So I'm curious that there maybe wasn't some sort of call there. There's a call down on this side, but when you go up and the other guy has the hand on it, gets stuffed like that. Surprised they let it play on. I don't mind the call. I say let him play. See what happens.
I don't mind it either. That's what you said earlier when there was a lot of whistles being blown. So it seems like the referees they understand the nature of this game right now, and the energy and the tension between the two teams, and they're going to let them play. Mm-hmm. Working inside now, pump fake from Castillo, and he's going to get the foul.
Another one of those calls. You leave your feet, especially in the paint like that. You're destined to catch your body on the way down, especially if you're in control. An experienced basketball player down low, if you see you leave your feet, might even lean a little shoulder and catch a little contact. They're going to sacrifice that shot, hoping that maybe they can draw a foul because they fooled you on the play like that. He got 2 guys fooled. Now he's going to get 2 shots.
Can't get the first one to go, but absolutely, Jacob. I mean, you're toast once you leave your feet like that on a pump fake. You got to stay grounded. You can't make silly mistakes like that. I mean, they're not doing bad with fouls right now. They only have 4 right now compared to Oneonta 7. But, with time winding down, I mean, we still got 12 to play. It's a lot of time, but you're chipping back. You can't give them free points like that. Jeremiah Sparks evading the pressure. Stepping back, now driving in, left-handed shot, no good. Going the other way, Wooden with the rock. Pulls it out, commands his team. Castillo swings all the way around, far side block to Harts. Back up Castillo. Harts inside Laidley. Shot is good. Aki Anderson now for Oswego. To Edwards. Achille. Back to Anderson. He'll step back on Wooden. Stripped away by Penny Pathola. He's going to go coast to coast and slam it down. Penny Pathola. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And Monsters Jam, his team is fired up now. Jumping into each other, giving each other chest bumps, and the Lakers just kind of look a little bit lethargic. They're flat, Jacob.
Yeah, to be a fly on the wall in this conversation that's about to happen over there in the green and gold. Leon, I've never seen him act like that. The dunk happens, and the reaction from him, it's almost like he went like limp. I don't know how else to describe it. He was not happy with what just happened there. You are giving so much to a team that on paper shouldn't be getting that much. Down 8, we're deep into this game. We're 30 minutes into this game, and the number 6 team in the nation is on the ropes from Oneonta. And you just, turnovers like that, they can't happen. We talked about what could happen for Oneonta throughout this game. How if they wanted to be successful in this game, you can't turn the ball over, you can't commit fouls. The same applies for the Lakers. You can't look past this team. You had a really good point when we started the broadcast today. They're putting on a laser show out there, dunking the ball left and right, throwing it off the back of the glass and everything. Sure, have some fun. You can't be overlooking this team. And they've done it so far. They've not played the brand of basketball that is why they're the number 6 team in the nation, and they are suffering because of that. There's a lot of time. But right now, as far as we go through the first 30 minutes, we're doing a little class evaluation. Not too hot.
Not too high. I mean, there's a thing, it's a thing. One thing when you're loose, and there's another thing when you're too loose.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, just throwing it off. I mean, not even the backboard, throwing it off the back wall of the gym. I mean, when you're doing things like that before the game, I think it shows you're maybe a little too loose and you're completely underestimating the opponent you're about to face. And it's hard not to because you beat them 79-55.
Right.
But the mentality still has to be the same. You got to come in, play your best 40 minutes and move on. The Lakers have not played their best minutes tonight, at least thus far. We'll see if we can get a good 12 minutes out of them, see how they come out of this one.
And I love the move with the press. I love it. I love that they're going to keep aggressive. They don't want just an 8-point lead. You want to go up more. I love the call there to have the press.
No, if you're Oneonta, you got to stay aggressive as much as possible, keep up the pressure.
Ooh.
And that's another huge call. I don't know that I agree with that. I see his feet were kind of moving, but definitely contact either way. Maybe Aki Anderson threw a shoulder, threw an elbow. The referee agreed with that more than Wooden having his feet sliding. But, that's a crucial call if you're Oneonta. That's huge. Picking up a charge like that. Aki Anderson's going to take a seat. Caleb Cook will check into the game as Penny Patola takes it out. It's Wooden, top of the key. Now it's Laidley, Hart. Wooden, far side. Hart on the near side. Inside, Penny Patola, a little oop attempt for the layup. No good, it's going to go the other way. Jeremiah Sparks for Oswego State, 11-10 to play. Jamal Achille, little crossover move, and it's a blocking foul. And that's Laidley pleading his case to the referee.
And it looks like he's going to be getting some shots as well. There was a little bit of a hybrid blocking shooting foul. And I believe they're in the bonus as well. So he's going to the line.
I mean, that's going to be crucial for the Lakers. Being in the bonus with 11 to play, you're going to get a lot of free shots if Oneonta is as aggressive as possible. And if they do dial back on the gas, that allows the Lakers an opportunity to maybe take advantage of that. If they're not going to be as aggressive on defense, you're going to have guys like Sparks who are going to get easy layups, guys like Aki Anderson who are going to get easy layups because a team like Oneonta, who has been playing ultra aggressive for the first 30 minutes of this game, they have to kind of ease off the gas pedal a little bit because they are in foul trouble. So I think with time winding down, that's going to be crucial for the Lakers' success.
For sure.
Hart, top of the key. It's Castillo now. Hart to Morris. Corner. Laidley, long. And Castillo is just right man, right spot there for the offensive rebound. And he's going to head to line. I mean, the same's got to be said about the Lakers, though. You can't get in foul trouble right now.
No, you cannot. And it's looking like they kind of are. I mean, you've got, like I say, you've got Achille with 3. You've got Sean Edwards with 3. I know Bowman was in a little bit of foul trouble while he was still in there. And you don't want to be giving this team free opportunities. I mean, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. And they're putting this team on the line. And so far, Oneonta has been pretty solid at the free throw line.
Shooting just around 50% from the line. I mean,
maybe not.
Either way, yeah, that's respectable.
How many shots? So they got 7 points off the free throw shots. 7 points right now is the differential in the game.
This is true. Jeremiah Sparks working down in the paint. Outside Achille. Achille, near side block. Stops short, throws it up with the right. No good. Going Oneonta's way. It's Castillo. Hart. Pump fakes the 3. Drives in. Mid-range J. It's good for Oneonta.
That sequence has been the difference in this game. You got a wide open layup on one side and Achille comes up short, and then you've got a wide open floater on the other side and they hit it. And that's been the difference in this game so far. Oneonta's hit the shots they need to hit. Oswego has not.
Absolutely. Oneonta is shooting very, very well from the floor right now, 48%. Oswego not showing the number that they've shown all season. And Jeremiah Sparks is able to bang in an easy layup. I mean, that's what you got to see from the Lakers going forward right now is just quick, efficient shots if they want to chip their way back into this one with 10 to go. Inside pass, Penny Patola. Wow, I butchered that. Penny Patola
It's going to the line.
Going to the line. Talk about the foul trouble. Sean Edwards now at 4. Aki Anderson also at 4. Team at 7. Both teams in the bonus right now.
And I got to assume the substitution's coming for Sean Edwards here. That's a guy, especially with how hot he was at the start of the game, you don't want out for the final 10 minutes. You want your best guys out there, and if he's in the starting lineup, he's going to be viewed as one of their best guys. But I like the move of going to Crittenden, somebody we haven't really seen a lot today. But this is a veteran. This is a guy that's been here since before COVID. He's a guy that knows this team, how it works, meaning he's a leader. He's going to be just de facto leader of this team. Putting him out there, rallying up the boys, not a bad move.
Absolutely. He's got 4 minutes right now in this game, but I think these last 9, are the crucial minutes you want a leader in and a veteran in. He's been here before, and he knows how this team can come back on top. He makes his impact early with a nice right-handed layup. Hart going to work on the other end now. Outside, Morris. Back to Hart. Inside to Ladley, right back to Pinupathola. His shot long. Sparks couldn't collect it, but it's still going Lakers' way as it's tipped away by Oneonta. That's another, you talk about good substitution, that's a good substitution for Oneonta.
Yeah, always going to be a good substitution when the guy's got 15 and 15.
Crandon going with the left now. Spin, pump, left-hand floater, no good. And it's out on Elijah Hardison going towards Oneonta's way.
Like you say, some real big minutes going the way of Elijah Hardison throughout this game. He's not taking a seat, especially in the last 6-7 minutes. Cartier Bowman, maybe you're giving him some rest. I know he was in some foul trouble with a guy like Hill in there that's banging down low. If I'm Leon, the reason why Hardison's still in there, if Hill's going to be down there throwing some shoulders, throwing some bows, we got to stop him. Hardison's got to stop him.
Absolutely. I mean,
even if that is at the expense of a couple fouls.
You still need some size down there, though.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Because if you're a smaller guy like Bowman, your instinct is to be handsy when someone is bigger than you and stronger than you. So your instinct is to be handsy. So I think you're going to get the fouls either way.
Right. But now if you've got Hardison on him, and he does happen to pick up a couple fouls, he's only got one, and you've got Bowman on the bench as opposed to Bowman getting his 4th and then getting fouled out of the game.
And there's Xavier Hill once again, striking for Oneonta, extending their lead to 10 in this one. Elijah Hardison going to the line after a hard foul from Caleb Brown.
He didn't like that either. That's a tough one when you're up in the air, especially when you see a little bit of red and you're going for the two-handed jam and somebody comes up behind you. That's one of those kind of unwritten things of basketball that some people don't like, some people do like. Either way, we talk about the foul trouble. This is a big one. Brown, he's got 4 fouls now. He's going to take a seat.
Elijah Hardison getting ready for his first shot. Pure.
I stand corrected. They're actually going to keep Brown out there. A little bit of a risky move. He's got 6 on the day. He's got 4 fouls. One more, and his day ends a little early.
So, I mean, he leads the team right now in free throw percentage, or at least free throws made. So I like the move keeping him out because the Lakers are in foul trouble.
That is true.
So if there's a guy you want on the line right now, it's Caleb Brown.
No, that's a very good point.
Corner Wooden. Sia, back Wooden, three-pointer. Pure.
What a play. What a play that was. Greg Popovich is somewhere throwing his hands in the air with 2 thumbs up. The extra pass. You find Wooden. He's the hot hand. He's the shooter. Passes out. Now you got the defense going, okay, he's not going to put up the shot. Right back to him. You got Sparks. That's Jeremiah Sparks. On his back foot, easy 3.
That's the old one more drill. It's textbook stuff right there. And selfless ball movement from the Red Dragons. And it's doing nothing but helping them. I mean, the ball movement's been unbelievable in the winding moments of this game. The hustle has been outstanding all game as well. I mean, you see 15 offensive rebounds tonight. A lot of bodies on the floor, bodies in the air. Just so much hustle and grit out of the Red Dragons tonight. And a Lakers team who's maybe not showing they wanted as much. They're not as hungry tonight. I don't know if they were eating the pizza that was left out before the game. I don't know what happened.
I think it's still over there. But either way, no. Listen, I mean, there's, I don't want to make the argument that the Lakers didn't want it tonight, because I don't think that's true. I don't think you're the number 6 team in the nation, and if you don't want it. I just think Oneonta has wanted it more tonight, and that's what showed. There's been a couple mistakes that have stuck out. There's been a couple things that have been glaring. But the thing that's interesting about Oneonta, potentially exposing some of these weaknesses about Oswego, other teams are going to watch some film. Now there's going to be film. When the team's 15-1, not a lot of film of some mistakes out there. Now we're seeing some mistakes. This is an interesting game that could have some, well, maybe not some direct factors towards later on in the season, but some maybe unforeseen factors of, hey, this is how we break them down low. This is how we find the open man. This is the guy that we need to attack if we want a foul to be committed. Now you're seeing some flaws. Very interesting thing that could come out of this game that might not be directly a result, but could be something down the line to worry about.
I absolutely agree. I think going down, to the SUNY Championships, to maybe the NCAAs, if you're a team looking at the Oswego State Lakers, you're definitely taking notice of the flaws tonight that the Red Dragons are exposing. You're saying, hey, the Red Dragons are exposing these. They're not a great team. Why can't we take advantage of this? It's gonna be more of a dagger to the Lakers when it's a team like Randolph-Macon, we mentioned all night. Missed 3 there for Oswego State. Now it just seems like they're playing forced basketball. Obviously very flustered right now in this game.
Yeah. I mean, Jeremiah Sparks hit nothing there on the 3. So, I don't know. Some might be in the air. Something different might be in the air.
At this point, the forced shots can't happen, though. You have to take high-efficiency shots to try to chip back into this one. I mean, quick twos and a stop, quick twos and a stop. This is the point in the game where you want to go on a run of 2-2-2-2. You don't need to force up threes, force in any passes. You have to just take high-efficient shots to try to go on a run and make this game close. A lot of bodies being thrown on the floor now, but Caleb Cook there to collect it, throw it off the glass. We talk about hustle from Oneonta. That's a prime example of the hustle that they've shown tonight.
That's amazing how they wound up with points at that possession, because that looked like a dead play. The ball was loose. Wow, that's a crazy call as well. But either way, going back to that last one, play seemed dead when it came to Oneonta. They wind up with points. As far as this one goes, they had an opportunity to go up what would have been the biggest lead of the game from both sides, potentially 13 on the fast break, and we get a foul call. And because they're in foul trouble, 2 free throws to the line for Cook. A lot of things to think about in this game.
A lot of things to think about. I mean, Oneonta does have their biggest lead so far right now with 11 points. It would have just extended that to 13, obviously.
Right.
As Caleb Cook misses his first. Lining up for his second. Cook hits. Elijah Wooden slowing things down for his group. Knox back to Wooden. Inside Hill. Hardison there for him. Now it's Castillo. Inside, getting Hardison out of his shoes and getting a quick 2. Caleb Cook going the other way. Doesn't have the numbers, but he gets the points anyway, and the Lakers answer right back. Wooden going right back to work. Knox inside Castillo. Pumps it. Knox. Swatted away by Elijah Hardison. Jeremiah Sparks running it the other way.
That's their best sequence all day right there. The block from Hardison, Sparks in the fast break, love the adjustment from Hardison. He got beat the first time. Now he became a little bit more patient, gets the block on the other end. Excellent job adjusting from Elijah Hardison. That's growth that we like to see.
I agree that that's the best possession, the best sequence the Lakers have had all day. I mean, defensive and offensive, get it done on both ends. And it starts with a guy like Elijah Hardison who doesn't get a lot of minutes. And we mentioned you're going to want his size in this one, as he visibly is hurt right now.
Yeah, it looked like Hill beat him in more ways than one. But regardless, I mean, what I want to talk just a little bit about Xavier Hill here, and what I've just noticed from him on the ball today. Right, he gets there's a good possession a couple times ago here. He's got it on the post, along the baseline. Right, he's got it in his hands. Defense is going to collapse. 3 guys on him. He doesn't panic. A lot of guys try to dribble out of that situation. A lot of bigs try to dribble out of that situation. That is not how it's going to work. He keeps the ball down by his side, and he's looking up. He's not focused on these 3 guys. He's got the confidence and his strength that he's not going to lose that ball. And he threw a cross-court pass on the other side of the baseline. Granted, it didn't come to any points. But that's the type of awareness that is just so impressive from somebody like Xavier Hill, that he's got that wherewithal to not try to put the ball on the ground and not try to take it into his own hands, even though he has tonight. He doesn't need to. He's looking around. He's finding new opportunities, knowing there's 3 guys on me, 2 guys open. Love that mindset. He's played exactly the perfect game that Oneonta needs him to play.
Yeah, I mean, perfectly said. The spatial awareness that he has had of knowing, like, where his guys are has been incredible. Like you said, bigs, when they get the guys crashing on him, the first instinct is, I got to dribble and I got to be strong.
Yeah.
You can still be strong in that triple threat position. Pick the elbows up, maybe look around a little bit, and you find the open man. That's what Xavier Hill has done really well, especially now that the Lakers are applying more pressure on him in the paint.
Absolutely. That's just the unsung things. Nothing's going to show up in the stat line. But why he's been so dominant in this game is because he's made the smart plays. And again, I love the press, not letting them even breathe to get back into this one.
Jamal Achille now with the pass from Anderson. It's Jeremiah Sparks. Crossover, Achille. Poked away. Achille controls it. Out to tries to intend the pass to Anderson. It's poked away by Wood. It's going to stay a Lakers basketball.
And they're just breathing down their necks with everything that they're doing. They're not letting them get clean passes off. And, I mean, I talked about, at 13:43, how big 10-minute mark was going to be the decider of this game. I thought, hey, maybe Oswego's back. This Oneonta team has ramped it up to another level, not letting them breathe at all. They played flawlessly since that 10-minute mark.
No, you said they needed to play their best 13 minutes of basketball, and they absolutely have since you've said that. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon. We still got 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to play, but they are playing the best basketball that they've played all night. Another easy basket here for Caleb Brown, and they're just running it up here on the road in the Zeal. 10-point lead against the Lakers. They got 81 tonight. Caleb Cook the cross going near side block. Blocked away. Bowman recollects. Anderson fakes the 3 out to Achille. Achille driving in. Right-handed hook.
Oh, man.
Misses.
Man,
Lakers.
Achille, somebody's got to take the lid off for this guy. I mean, everything he's throwing up it's not like he's missing by a lot. He's coming so close with everything. I mean, he's got 13 on the day, but there's just been a couple times where it's like, oh, man, it's just not falling in his direction tonight, it doesn't seem.
No, I mean, he just can't buy a bucket right now. It's what it seems like. Cartier Bowman set to take his shot. It's good.
Yeah, he's 5 for 9. It's just been the 4. Yeah, he's an inch away from going 9 for 9 on the floor tonight, and that obviously would be a humongous difference. But, yeah, there's just been a couple plays where it's like, man, how's that not falling for this man? Oh.
Bowman strips away after a great offensive effort from Oneonta. Out, Caleb Cook, 3-ball. Money! And the Max Zeal is on its feet now. The crowd is alive, and the Lakers are alive.
That's huge right there, Caleb Cook. He can get streaky. You don't want him to get streaky, and right there he just hit a humongous 3, cutting the lead to 5. It's crunch time, Matt. We got a game.
This gym is electric right now as Oneonta has possession. Xavier Hill working down. 3 men on him. Outside Knox. Pumps the shot. Goes up right. No good. Caleb Cook gets the rebound. Doing it on both ends. Aki Anderson now. Back out Cook. The heat check. No good, but he's headed to the line anyway for 3 free shots. That would have been some punch in the gut if he was able to nail that one.
I think the gym would have exploded. People stood. People rose as that 3 came up. I mean, listen, he's got 3 free throws here. All of a sudden, if he makes all 3, we could be looking at a 2-point game here.
These are must-makes if you're Caleb Cook. You
Yeah.
at least have to go 2 for 3 right now, make
Gotta.
it a one-possession game.
Got to get a couple out of here. If you're Caleb Cook, he's the right dude to do it at the line. But what I talked about a little bit early on is the importance of these role players stepping up. You're in a game right now that these Lakers are not used to being in, which is a game where they find themselves down this late. This is where pressure makes diamonds. This is where these guys need to step up. I always say the most impressive thing about this team is it's almost rare that Sparks winds up finishing the game as the top scorer on the team. He'll finish the season as the top scorer, but not the game. I always find that so impressive. Caleb Cook stepping up with 16. Sean Edwards with a good game. Achille and Anderson both combining for 25 is humongous for this Lakers team if they want to make a run. And right now, this is the time to have the pressure come through, and this is the time to play your best brand of basketball for the Lakers.
Absolutely agree. I mean, the way that they deal with adversity and the way it comes from so many different mouths on this offense, so many different hands, is kind of remarkable. And that's what you said is the most impressive thing about this team, and I absolutely agree with you. As Oneonta tries to work back now, Castillo just swamped going up with it, but a foul called by the referee.
Yeah, I don't think it was a foul. I believe they called the clean block, and it just went out of bounds. Great job of collapsing on the defense. Cartier Bowman, he might not have the size that Elijah Hardison has, but I think he picks up in the athletic department that maybe Elijah Hardison hasn't developed as much yet. Cartier Bowman's an insane athlete out there, and right there was proof. That was like a no-brainer for him to block that shot.
That one long from Hart, and it's staying Oneonta basketball. And if there's 15 people on the bench for Oneonta, I think those are the only 15 people that are agreeing with that call right now.
Yeah, I think everybody else look, there's a lot of red in the crowd right now, but I think those people maybe understood. This might not be our time to get up and cheer for that. I respect the hustle, but yeah, that was an interesting call.
Castillo now working inside. Bowman tries to swat it away. And now bodies flying on the floor again. Lakers showing some hustle.
Did they get a timeout?
Conover gets the timeout off before the jump ball. That is coaching right there.
Wow, that's amazing. What a call, and what a good job by the referees there to hear that call. So many times you'll see referees jumping up and down, almost running in on the court and trying to call a timeout. And I'll tell you what, you want to talk about a tale of two different sides. Let's just talk about what we've seen from both coaches. Leon, I think arguably one of the best coaches in Division III basketball. This dude knows what he's doing. There's a reason why there's so many different stats on that scoreboard right now that are in double digits. It's because Leon knows how to get in these guys' heads and understand. There's no reason why this program should be number 6 in the nation. And they are, and that's because of the coaching. Tonight, he's lost his composure a couple times. He's freaked out a couple times. He's wanted calls to go his way. I have not seen the same from Conover. That was a composed play on that one. The ball rolls loose. We talk about this team needing to stay composed. He stayed composed, called a timeout at the right time, and because of that, his team retains with possession. With 19 seconds on the clock, a big 19 seconds with less than 2.5 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, even coming into this game with the adversity, you're facing the number 6 team in the nation. Conover has been cool as ice all game. Jason Leone looked like his head was going to fly off a couple times here, and it still kind of looks like it's going to. So just the difference between the coaching has been definitely a difference maker in this one, as Oneonta still holding on to a 3-point lead. As Castillo takes it inside, throws up the right-handed layup, and is able to get it to go.
What a
5-point lead.
What a finish.
Aki Anderson now for the Lakers. Calling up Bowman, trying to orchestrate. He takes the mid-range J, and it's good. Huge shot for the SUNY Player of the Week, as he has 14 in this one now.
Anderson's another one. You don't want him to get hot. We talked about the SUNY Player of the Week, 30-plus points, followed by a 20-point outing. That doesn't just happen to anybody. 50 points in 2 games is something only the elite people get to do. You don't want him to get hot.
Caleb Brown outwooded. Now it's Hart. And a jump ball, but it's staying Oneonta's way. 1:24 to go, 1-possession game.
It's crunch time.
It's crunch time. The Lakers had a 9-2 run in the last 3:04. I mean, I said I don't know what's to come from Oneonta, them playing their best basketball. Lakers, they got the best of them the last 3 minutes so far.
This has got to be their best 90 for Oneonta.
Wooden shot, rims around from deep. Jeremiah Sparks now, the cross. The pass to Anderson. Cook. Mid-range, short. And this Lakers bench is, I don't even have the word for it.
Yeah, that's a tough call to make this late in the game, to call the over-the-back call and to throw him on the free throw line. That's a tough one. That's a tough one this close to the game.
No, they're.
But there's nothing you can do about it. It's a foul.
It's a foul. But I mean, Elijah Hardison threw his hands up on his head. He's perplexed. They're distraught. It's a tough pill to swallow. But you gotta, just hope that he misses these. And if he makes these, you gotta go get a quick two-pointer on the other end and make a stop.
You can't let this affect you either. If he knocks them both down, there's still 64 seconds on the clock. So you can't let this bug you. You can't let this stick with you.
Huge miss from Oneonta. It's going towards Lakers' way. Aki Anderson gets it across the court. Jason Leone calls the timeout.
Oh. This is it. This is huge.
Yeah, it's crunch time right here. 56 seconds to go, 3-point game.
Now, I'm going to throw a crazy thought at you, Matt. If you're Oneonta, you foul. You put him on the free throw line. You don't let him tie.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I think the problem with that, though, is Oneonta. They're 1 for their last 7. I don't have the trust that right now that they're going to go down and they're going to make a shot.
Make up the points. I get that.
I don't have the confidence in Oneonta that they will go down and do this. If you had asked me that and they were, 4 for their last 7, 3 for their last 7 even, I maybe say yes.
Yeah.
But right now, you got to hone in on the defense you've been playing all game. You've been playing hyper-aggressive, active defense all game, crashing out on shooters, crashing the boards. You have to stick to that. You have to get a stop. And even if you don't get a stop, the Lakers are getting 2-3 points anyway. You set them in the line, it's a guaranteed 2.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I think their best bet right now is to, close out on any open shooters. You cannot allow a 3-ball. You have to basically box Sparks. You cannot allow him to get open at all. You got to box Cook. He can't be open on the perimeter. I think you just have to fly out on shooters, crash the boards. You got to make a big stop here. I don't think you foul.
I agree with you. Now that you put that into perspective, that's true. But Oneonta, right? You got to assume they're looking for a 3. They're not going to go straight off the dribble, right? It's not going to be a pass in and then a shoot. But if you see somebody in the shooting motion beyond, you cannot foul. They just fouled Cook. You can't do that again. You can't make that mistake again.
No, you cannot. You got to just chop your feet, close out. You cannot fly out on shooters. And it's Jeremiah Sparks, far side wing. He takes it inside, and there's the foul on the shot.
I don't mind it, though. I don't mind putting him on the free throw line instead of letting him get the easy lay-in. Now he's got to earn it. He is one of the best free throw shooters in the conference. We've already established that. But I don't mind it. It doesn't hurt the foul total. It goes on number 4. It goes on Hart's. So we know that's okay. That's only his second foul. Now you're making Sparks earn it. If he splits it to the line, you still got yourself a two-point lead. Absolutely.
I mean, you don't want to give those away for free. I mean, you talk about maybe fouling anyway. There you go.
And now it works out. So that's the difference between Coach of the Year and losing a game, is that type of a foul. If you hit them both, you're in the same spot as if you just made him. But he misses one. Now you at least keep that potential that there's going to be a tie still. So I don't mind that. I know it probably wasn't the plan they wrote up, but it worked.
Leone sends the dogs. His team's applying the pressure in the corner. Castillo breaks out. We got to have basketball. Referee pointed at the spot of Kabaka. Wow. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. The energy's came to me, Jacob.
What a call. What a call. That's like that Kevin Durant. You ever see like Curry and everybody stand up point that he stand out? That was what that was right there. That was awesome. And a good call from the referees to make the right move there. If he stepped out of bounds, he stepped out of bounds. Now the Lakers, you capitalize here. You've got to capitalize. Tie this game up.
It's in the right man's hands. It's Sparks. Left-handed shot. It's good. Jeremiah Sparks brings this one dead even. This ain't loud, Jim. This is a loud, loud gym on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, it is. Loud gym. It's past a lot of people's bedtimes. 9:14. And it doesn't seem to matter. But we're not done. We've got 31 seconds remaining in this one. A lot of time for Oneonta to cook something up. A lot of time.
Absolutely. What kind of, if you're Oneonta and you're Coach Cameron Conover, what X's and O's are you drawing on that board right now?
Listen, my X's and O's, this Lakers team has struggled to not draw fouls. These referees, they're not shying away from calling fouls late on. I'm looking in. I'm not looking for anything around the three. If you start shooting the three beyond, that's it. It's over for you. You're sitting on the bench. That's my mindset here. You've got to look in. It's got to be in the hands of Hill because he has been your primary playmaker. He's been your general out there. You get him the ball, he's not turning it over. And I know I might knock on wood here and jinx myself. He hasn't turned the ball over in a long time, if at all. I don't see anything on his stats.
He's got three turnovers.
He's got three turnovers, but it hasn't been anything detrimental, especially later on. You get him the ball, you make him make the play, and you might even be able to draw a foul up to that because everybody's going to collapse. And then you're at the free throw line, and that's the spot that you want to be in. But I'm taking some time off the clock. You have the possession in your hands right now. I take as much of this 30 as I need, and I'm looking down low and trying to get something inside.
See, I agree with you. I think it goes in the hands of Hill, but I think Hill kind of serves as a decoy. I don't think he puts the shot up.
I don't either.
I think you get him down, you get three guys around him, and you have a guy like Caleb Brown cut.
Yeah.
Because he's 4 for 6 at the line right now. Even a guy like Castillo, 3 for 5 on the line right now. If you're looking for someone to foul, it's one of those guys. So I think you use Hill as a decoy. You get the defense kind of confused. You get a nice pass off to him. Maybe they foul on the shot.
Your first obstacle here, getting over half court.
Absolutely. The Lakers great with press defense. Castillo now. Achille falls, gets right back up to defend. Caleb Brown. Now it's Hartz. Out to Castillo. Caleb Cook, the defense. Castillo. And we got an offensive foul! What a selfless defensive play from Jeremiah Sparks to step in and take the charge. Oh my goodness.
You can't write anything better than that. I always say it's the most exciting play in basketball. We're going to calm our energy down because there's a player down right now. But it's always the most exciting call in basketball. The offensive charge. It shifts the game. It's still tied. 3 seconds on the clock. Leon's going to have, honestly, a little bit of time to write something up here if he really wanted to. This is a tremendous potential ending to this game here.
No, I mean, this is the spot that you want the Lakers to be in right now, and it's orchestrated by their number one guy in Jeremiah Sparks. I mean, he's leading the scorebook right now with 19 points. But to be able to do that and say, hey, I'm going to put my body on the line, and I'm going to take the charge that maybe sends this one to a close or an OT, that's what, I think separates him from the rest.
Yeah.
There's not many guys out there in Division III basketball like Jeremiah Sparks. There's not many guys out there in Division III basketball that are going to go out there, 20-piece you, and then take the offensive charge to say, hey, I'm going to put this team in my back and I'm going to close this one out.
Yeah. No, that's the one thing I'll always say about Jeremiah Sparks. His play shows how much he cares about the program. And that right there is a perfect example of that. I also want to give a shout-out. Cartier Bowman, we talked about Xavier Hill and how we thought he might be the focal point. He didn't touch the ball at all. And the difference of that was the ball was up here, around the elbow towards us. I know I don't have a telestrator, but it feels like in my head that I do. So up here around the elbow was where we had the ball, right? Hill's in the opposite post. Where's Bowman? Eyes on Hill. He's not eyes on the play. He's not going to let him get even an inch. He's right there at any moment in between, almost acting as a fulcrum in between where the ball is and where Hill is, and Hill being the center point. He's moving with it in both sides, knowing that there's not a clean pass and knowing that he could beat him in the athleticism game to pick off any sort of pass that might be coming his way. Excellent defense from Bowman, and it leads to that, and a great job as well of getting him back up on his feet right there. You never want to see a player injured, despite the situation in the game. Looks like he's going to limp off the court, but good job that he's back up there on his feet.
I think you could point at 1 through 5 that are on the floor right now and say excellent defense. I mean,
yes.
Caleb Cook locking up whoever he was guarding. I think it was Wooden. You had, Achille maybe getting his ankles broken, gets right back up, and then brings on the double team.
Yeah.
So I think you can point at 1 through 5 and say excellent defensive effort. Whatever Leon drew up through during the prior timeout, phenomenally executed for the Lakers. And we'll see how this one winds down with 3.5 seconds to play.
This could be crazy. This could be real crazy.
Achille, full court. Sparks. The shot. No good.
Man.
That was who you wanted taking that shot. But oh my goodness gracious. We got some free basketball though.
We got free basketball. Man, that was his moment. That was going to be the moment that was going to be put on all of his huddles, all of his whatever else he's going to do after this. This would be the thing he would tell his grandkids about if he had him one day. Remember when I took down the Zeal, we beat Oneonta and I hit the shot. It didn't wind up being that way for Jeremiah Sparks. But it doesn't wind up getting him the loss. The play was there, the execution wasn't. But nonetheless, 5 more minutes of basketball. Oneonta, I mean, you want to talk about the grit. Double overtime game 2 games ago. They're back at it with another overtime against the number 6 team in the nation. The grittiness of this team to not give up. But now, you've got to find it again. I talked about playing the best 13 minutes and 43 seconds of basketball that they could. All right, that 13 minutes and 43 is over. Now you got to give me 5 more. That determines who's tough in this game of basketball. The Lakers, they're number 6 for a reason. Oneonta, we'll have to see.
We will see indeed. I mean, you asked for 13 minutes. They gave you about 11 and a half, Jacob. And I think that's what's separating, the number 6 ranked team in the nation to the number 6 team ranked in the SUNY. I mean, nonetheless, the nation, the SUNY.
Right.
And, that's how this game has kind of come down here at the wire. You have, a team like Oneonta, they play so phenomenally well all game, and the Lakers kind of struggled. It's the Lakers being able to say, hey, I'm going to flip the switch now. I'm going to show Oneonta whose house they're in, why I'm the number 6 ranked team in the league, and I'm going to send them home with a loss. And they're in a great spot to do it right now. 5 minutes to go with this overtime period. And if you're the Lakers, momentum is in full swing in your way.
Absolutely. Bonus basketball. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Nothing better than free basketball on a Tuesday night. Bowman and Brown the tip. The Lakers win it. Aki Anderson takes the first shot and he gets it to go. Easy money for Aki Anderson. He puts up a quick 2 for the Lakers. Graham Wooden on the other end kicks to Brown. Brown to... That was Knox. Now it's out. It's tipped away from Hartz out of hands of Hartz from Caleb Cook inside to Brown. Brown fouled on his drive.
That's Achilles' 4th right there. I know he wasn't expecting to maybe play an extra 5, but he's in foul trouble. That's 2 dudes on the floor right now for Oswego with 4 fouls.
Absolutely, he'll get a second.
That's ice right there. The gym's getting loud. I mean, you can't see him. If there's a student section behind the glass, that would be a different story, but the gym's getting loud, and he knocks it down.
It still shows a lot about, his mentality to be able to block out the noise in a big moment like that. I mean, he misses the second one, but he at least hits the one to give him the opportunity at the second. Jeremiah Sparks now taking it off the court. It's Anderson. Gets the screen, uses it. Sparks off the dish, steps back, drives in. Cook, pump fake, drives inside, out, Sparks. Now it's Sparks going inside, finds Cook. Sparks again, perimeter shot, good! Nice out three-pointer to give the Lakers a 4-point lead a minute into overtime.
Yeah, that's it right there. That was money. I loved sitting here and watching the crowd. It looked like Cook might take it. He had Sparks, everybody's hands go. He's not taking it. Back out, and it kept going back and forth. Finally, he takes it, and it almost seemed like that's why these guys play at the level they play at. None of the shots look good, except the one he makes, and that's exactly what he's out there.
Castillo's first is good, but yeah, no, well, I mean, the way the Lakers are able to dish the ball around, inside out, inside out, inside out. Those are the looks you want, is inside out threes. That's what you want from the Lakers in that situation. Because if you're not going to get an inside shot, you got to dish it out. You can't just keep passing around the perimeter and looking for that. So the way that they go inside out so consistently, they did it 3-4 times in that position alone. They finally get the best open shot in the best shooter's hands. Here is goal.
Right. That's big right there. 2 free throws. And he's back in the game as well, by the way. That's Castillo. Yes, he got hurt. He's back in.
Caleb Cook inside. Far side block. No good. Back iron. Wooden to Hill. The crossover on Bowman. Bowman all over him. Wooden works inside. And it's rebounded by Brown. Out Hart's 3. Back iron, rebounded, Cook. Great defensive sequence there for the Lakers. Jeremiah Sparks now to Anderson. 3:09, 2-point Laker lead. Sparks cross left, between right, out Cook. Anderson, working left, up right. Throws around and out, no good. Oneonta the rebound. It's Graham Wooden now. Hartz. He finds Hill on the perimeter then. Castillo calls for the screen. Goes opposite way, step back. Inside pass stripped away. And it's Caleb Cook coming up with the steal. 2:24, Jeremiah Sparks with the ball in his hand. Jeremiah looking to pull some strings and orchestrate here. Double screen from the Lakers. Achille in the corner. Works towards the paint, throws up a baby hook, no good. Now it's Castillo. Cross inside, it's Hartz, 3. Long. Bowman with the
great
rebound.
work. Good work there by Bowman. That was awesome. Great work down low.
Sparks now waiting for his guys to get there. Lakers looking to eat some clock here, maybe get a couple last second buckets on the shot clock. Sparks left, no good. Wow, great effort there from Wooden.
That's incredible.
That's unbelievable hustle.
Another timeout.
Another timeout by Conover. And Cartier Bowman, defensively all game, he got beat by Xavier Hill. But for the last 4 minutes, defensive mastermind out there.
Oh, he's been playing amazing. I mean, it's the unsung stuff that I'm noticing from Cartier Bowman. He's got 9 boards, he's got 4 points. Is that a stat line that's jumping out at me and making me go, let me circle this dude as the player of the game? Absolutely not. But I'll tell you what, since his re-entry, Hardison went down with a little bit of an injury. In comes Bowman again. He got benched for a minute because he couldn't seem to handle Xavier Hill. And now it's the off-ball stuff. That's what keeps you in the lineup. That's what's going to get you the minutes is the off-ball stuff. Anybody can go out there on this team and score. I can promise you that. It's everybody that's played. But Cartier Bowman has gotten those minutes back because of what he's done off the ball. He's made them shoot. He's been a force down low, and he did something that the team did not do in the first half, which is rebound. He's played amazing. But that's not to be said about how Oneonta's played at this point as well, because they've needed to get that side out of Cartier Bowman because of how well they've been playing. It's big on both ends for both sides, and props goes out to both the teams.
Absolutely. We'll go back to Bowman. Disrupts the defense, throws his body up there, just throws his hands in the air, absorbs the contact, and forces the pass outside. And then 2 possessions later, hustles his way for an opposite side long rebound.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge, especially when you're getting out-rebounded 55-35. You need crucial rebounds at this point in the game. But like you said, I mean, we got to give credit where credit's due. Oneonta playing out of their minds tonight in the Max Deal. I mean, they only average about 55 points a game, and they're here throwing up 85 tonight, or 86 against the Lakers right now, who's a team who only allows 60 points a game.
Right.
Castillo now. Inside, Caleb Brown. Works down to the opposite side block, and it's good. It's a tie game, 1:04 to go. Oneonta bringing the pressure. It's Aki Anderson. Oneonta dials back, 52 on the clock. Anderson coming near side, the J, it's good! Ice in his veins for the SUNY Player of the Week. And I don't want to discredit Jeremiah Sparks on that play. The way he orchestrated and took command and just said, here, come here, come here. He pointed to where Anderson should go with that ball and kind of set him up for that shot. Off the ball, Jeremiah Sparks doing something like that shows the type of leadership that he has, setting up his teammates for success. It's a 2-point lead, Oswego.
Absolutely. No, I mean, that's a general out there. He's been playing amazing. Well, yeah, Aki Anderson, you want to talk about a guy that's been playing amazing. Aki Anderson has been him 9 for 13 from the floor today.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's not many misses, Matt. I know I'm not a math guy. That's not too many misses.
I think if we do the quick math, I think it's 4.
4. Seems like 4 misses from Aki Anderson. And he's taking the shot opportunities. It's one thing to have a high shooting percentage when you go 1 for 2. Or when you go 2 for 3. Or when you're only putting up the ball maybe 3 or 4 times. To put it up 13 times and finish with 9. There was a guy that went to my high school. He plays at St. Bonaventure now. I remember him saying, we were talking about one of the players in the league, and I remember his comment about how many points he had in the game before. Somebody was trying to intimidate him with like 30. He said, if I'm putting up 30 shots per game, I'm leaving with 100. That's the type of mindset that these guys have. That's the type of mindset that Aki Anderson has had in this game today. He's making the most of the shots he's putting up, and because of that, he's got to be one of the top guys in this team right now, both sides.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk about needing to take efficient shots, and that's why Aki Anderson's field goal percentage is so high. He has not had really a bad look all night, and that's why he's shooting 9 for 13 right now. And right there at the end, he got a 5-footer wide open, basically, and drills it.
Now Oneonta, though, they got to answer.
Caleb Brown has the rock. Looking inside. Stripped away by Caleb Cook. Huge defensive play for the Lakers. Aki Anderson going to draw this one out.
They're going to foul?
I don't know why they're not. They took way too long to foul on that.
Wow. That's a mistake.
That's just not knowing the score. You got to know the situation right now.
I think look at the score. Look at what's going on the scoreboard. Everybody's in foul trouble. You've got Brown with 4.
Castillo's got 4. Wooden's got 4.
Wooden's done. Number 5. He's out. So I don't think they wanted to waste the time as to who. But you got to know on the floor who's got what amount of fouls. That's something that Xavier Hill's got to run up and call. That's something that Hart's has to run up and call. You can't just be relying on someone with 4 fouls to commit that 5th foul, because now he's out of the game. That's one of your best 3-point shooters. If Anderson hits 1 of 2 here, you need a 3. He's out of the game now because people couldn't think to come up and run and get the foul. He's a little bit of a tough play there.
He's really the only guy that's been able to get going from the perimeter. He's 4 for 9. Everyone else 1 for 4, 1 for 5, little 0-4s. I mean, around the 28% from 3 right now, and he's your guy shooting. He's the only one shooting well. You need him in the lineup. You need someone else to follow. That's a mindless play from Oneonta.
Absolutely.
Nonetheless, Xavier Hill is heading to the line.
He's heading to the line, yeah. Another great defense there from Cartier Bowman. Just, again, it's the calm composure out Hill that stood out to me there. Bowman's up, ready to expect the bounce. Hill's there. He's going to react with the ball. That's what makes a great rebounder, reacting with the ball, not assuming where it's going next. He's got 2 big free throws here. Knocks down 1.
I mean, he's now got 20 points and 19 boards. That is the definition of a glass cleaner.
Oh my God, it's the definition of a lot of things. It's the definition of the best player that's on the floor right now. because he's having himself quite a night. I hope he gets a good rest tonight because he's earned it.
This foul on Dupure will send Jeremiah Sparks to the line.
They're going to do it anyways. I think that's the most ideal position to be in. No time, about less than a second got taken off the clock there. I'm okay with that winding up being a call. It's a bit iffy just because of the situation, but he's going to the line regardless. So I don't mind it. Long story short.
Jeremiah Sparks is first. Good.
In the line for number 11, Elijah Castillo, number 22, Ryan Tini.
Got a new entrant, I believe. I don't know if
Ryan
my man's
Tini.
played. Yeah.
Checks into the game for
What
the
a
first
spot
time.
to be put in. What a spot.
8 seconds left. You know, get a guy from Schenectady in there.
There you go.
And Oneonta throws up the prayer. It won't get answered for them. And Oswego State taking home a 94-89 OT thriller on a Tuesday night in the Zeal. Welcome back to campus. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, welcome back to Upstate as well. I know they've been back for a minute. But welcome back for the Lakers. Wow, what a game. I mean, listen, there's a lot to take away from this one. We only have limited time, so I'm not going to go crazy in depth. The positives. Lakers walk away with a win. Oneonta. This, to me, it's not going to show up on the scoreboard as a win. You took number 6 to OT. You can't ask for any better than that. I'm taking that as a win in my mental book, and I'm looking to that. We had them. We had them on the ropes. If we meet them, they better hope we don't meet them again sometime later on. Because if Oneonta meets Oswego again, I think Oneonta knows the code. Oswego's just this much better in this game today to wind up winning. It's the 5 extra minutes, but for the Lakers, it counts as a win. A lot of flaws were exposed tonight. It's difficult, it's tough to be put in that position. Gotta hope, especially if you're a Lakers fan, that the next ones, the Lakers are going to build on some of the mistakes. A lot of guys stepped up big for both sides. Both teams are in great position. Nothing but great things to say about both teams. And I'll apologize to the entire Oneonta athletics department for doubting on this basketball team. Because they came up, they showed up, and I think they outplayed the Lakers today.
I agree. I mean, it shows up in the win column for Oswego State, and you know, it just shows why they're the number 6 team in the nation. There's just certain things that separate great teams from good teams.
Yeah.
And I think the Lakers are a great team, but like you said, a lot of flaws exposed today. There's a lot of people that that don't believe in moral victories in athletics. I think today is a moral victory if you're the Oneonta men's basketball team. I mean, to come in the Max Seal gym, face a team that's 10-0 at home, you know you're struggling on the road, and be able to put up this much of a fight, that's huge going forward when you get into things like SUNYACs. Hey, they might see the Lakers again down the road in something like a SUNYAC championship. Yeah. It's real hard to beat a team 3 times, especially when you think you're this close to getting the script on them. And I loved the grit we saw today from Oneonta, but I also loved the grit we saw from Oswego and their ability to just fight back and deal with the adversity. They beat a team they should have beat. They should have won this game, Jake. It was just the way in which they did it was not pretty. And Oneonta, did all the right things today. Didn't come out with the win, but I think they got to go in the locker room with their heads high and move on from this one, rapid pace, because they go on and they have another game later this week.
3 words for you, Matt, and then we'll send it on our way. What a game.
What a game indeed, as we got some guys hanging back here. Caleb Brown, obviously pretty upset with the outcome, but they got to move forward. A great set of games today between the women's and the men's matchup. Welcome back to campus, like I said earlier. A sweet treat for all of us to enjoy now that classes are back in session. I think that's enough yapping for us for the night, though, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired, I won't lie.
Well, that'll do it for our producer. I don't even know who's back there. I think it's Kyle Spizak. I think he's back there. We got Mike Griswold here, our director. We got Patsy McFeely on camera as well from Matt Shermita, me and Jake Bradley here for WTOP 10, everyone in the studio. We appreciate you joining us. Have a good night. See you later.